Hey, what's going on, fam? Man, I want to apologize. So, I hit mute. I just want to apologize, family. I had a little technical difficulties right there. So please forgive me. Please forgive me, man. I am trying to still learn this thing. Trying our best to keep moving with this technology stuff. Y'all know I'll be screwing it up sometime, but hey, we do the best we can do. We motivate. We stay motivated. We stay moving, and we're just gonna keep going. Not ain't gonna worry about it. Not ain't gonna stress it. You feel what I'm saying? We're just gonna make it happen and keep going with the show. So listen, let me tell you about a little bit about One Blood. Let me tell you who I am first. My name is Fred Foreman, the founder, the CEO of One Blood. The good Lord gave me this beautiful message about 5, 6 years ago, and actually about 6, 7 now. I've been doing One Blood quite some time. And what it was a unity message that he placed in my heart to unify all people, all races, all genders. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care. To me, now that I've gotten older, I've gotten wiser. Your race doesn't matter to me. Your gender doesn't matter to me. Whether you're gay, brown, white, black, Hispanic, all that stuff is to me is a blend and a beautiful flower that God has placed here on this earth to be groomed, to be grown. When a flower grows, when it first shoots out, and it's coming out of the dirt. It's going through all kind of obstacles, and when it makes it above the surface, it gets stepped on. It gets mowed down with the lawnmower. And all kind of things hit it. People throwing gum out there. It gets sticky at times. Life situations get sticky. Kool-Aid or beverages are always thrown on the ground. So that's the way I look at the beauty of individual lives and individual people who God has placed on this earth to send out messages, to give out messages, to to um to help us all grow and help us all unite, help us all be as one. At the end of the day, no matter where you are, no matter where you're from, no matter where you're going, you're still a human being, and the gift of that to me is so beautiful. So that's who Fred Foreman is. Fred Foreman is one who loves people in general. It doesn't bother me where you from now, and where you come from, and who you are, and what you've done in your past. Even still now today, what you do, those type of things. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. So I'm honored. I'm blessed to even just to know people and to express what God has given me a few years back. Married for almost 19 years now. 4 kids, two beautiful little girls, and two handsome big boys. So I'm blessed, man. I'm honored. Getting older, y'all can tell now. If any of my high school mates see me or know me, my brothers and my older siblings, I had good, decent hair at a point in time, but now you understand, age, y'all, it does a beautiful thing. So that's who Fred Foreman is. Very church active, going very do a lot in the community. I've been able to feed well over for the last 5 years over 700 people, homeless and needy people. I've been a part of plenty of organizations who are doing really, really great and big things out here for the community. I'm a part of another group coming up shortly here. We'll be speaking on ethnicity at the high schools in Johnson County. So it's a part of who I am. That's what I do. I've always been a uniter. I believe that's always been in my heart to just unite people. I've always stood out. I've always been a leader. Those of you that have seen me grow up through the years, that's just what I do. That's who I am. I'm full of love, full of joy, full of peace. Do not like bringing harm or catastrophic moments to people's lives. For what? I don't understand it. There's no need. So that's who I am. Let me tell you a little bit about One Blood. Now, One Blood is beautiful. One Blood, man, is the blood of Christ. Is where I got it from. You go read Acts 17, chapter 17, 26. It tells you that we all are from one blood. No matter the denomination, no matter the ethnicity, no matter gender, all that, everything is actually from one blood. It comes from one stream. In the Bible, and to me, I believe the Bible. I'm Christian, so I believe in Christianity. I do not like religion. For you religious folks, I'm not mad with you if that's what you believe. You believe it's a religion. That's up to you. I understand Paul had to make it that way for it to be accepted in his region, so we could actually say that we have something that we follow. But I just believe in calling it Christianity and Christ-like. I believe the Word. I believe the Bible. I believe what it says. The Bible. I believe what it says. Very active in what I do. And sorry about that. I was just trying to make sure I could hear myself, so I had to put my phone on, make sure everything was groovy. But One Blood is built off Christianity. It delivers a message of unity, which is that's where it comes from. Movement of unity comes from. What it does is break down the barriers of hate. It takes hate and it just keeps stomping hate down until it gets to the point where hate wants to break. If you take a hammer and you hit a rock, if no matter how hard it is, by the last few swings, that rock is going to explode. If you take a rock similar and you put a lot of heat to it, at some point, no matter how hard it is, how long, how big, how much time it takes you, eventually it's going to bust apart. When you break something apart, you can dissect it. You can get inside of it. You can pull it apart. You can read that scientists, especially with a rock. I'm just explaining rock just for the theory right now. But you can take data readings off of it. You can get all kind of great information off of it that would allow you to learn uh, what you want out of that rock, what that rock has been containing for so long and so much. So to me, that's what hate is. It's something that has been contained, and then not only that, it is now being, well, not now, but it's been taught. Love is given. Hate has always been taught. And with hate being taught so much, it has built multiple layers, like an onion, but it's more of a rock type deal because it's just multiple layers of hate. It's the same hate, but now you just have multiple layers. And these young people nowadays they don't even understand what they're hating and why they're hating. And I don't believe they did even back then. When you really look at it, it's just the color of skin that is hated. It's not the eyes that are hated. It's not the nose. It's not the features. It's not the limbs. Not the heart, stomach. It's not the brain. It's not any of the body parts. It is specifically the color of skin that's hated, and that's amazing to me. It's always been amazing to me. I've never understood it. To this day, I still don't understand how you can hate someone with that, have that much aggression towards one that has a color darker or lighter, whichever way the ball falls. But One Blood is designed to break that rock all the way down. And what I call this segment, or what I call that when I do that, when I'm motivational speaking and out there putting stuff together, I call it self development. In other words, One Blood unifies you with you first, and then allows you and teaches you how to unify you with others. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't understand yourself, you don't even like yourself, have a hard time in life understanding me, loving me, or liking me, period. So that's what One Blood does. One Blood also does, like I say, it's motivational speaking under One Blood, where I do go out. I do a lot of mentoring with kids. I do go out to different churches, different. I'm trying my best now to make my way into colleges and different platforms that I use, that people call me for to go speak. Would love to go speak to law firms now and different businesses like mine, like the one we do, and talk about diversity. I'm with a group with a young lady, Addie Banks. She's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful history uh, teacher who is in depth with Black history, and she is doing a program that I'm a part of this month, and actually hers start next week. So I'll be in Durham quite a bit next week on the weeknights. I can't make the days because of work, but I'll be there, Addie, for definitely the night looks. And it's great, y'all. Go check out my website, 01 the word blood.org. 01 the word blood.org. Check out the website, and go to calendars, go to events, and you see all her calendar dates. And like I say, I'll be there in the afternoons, and we will break down race in America, and we will explore it. We get all into it and try to try to shed some light, but also share some love. I believe in love conquers all. That's what One Blood stands for. That's what it stands on. Without it, I would never have made it this far. The other part, the big part that does it, which is to me, which is a lot of love, is God has able me to put a team together each year, and we've been able to feed a lot of homeless and needy people, which I think we've done an awesome job. My brother, Danny Foreman, bless God, Foreman, man, he makes my t-shirts. So, like I said, I always said the 100th person, every 100th person gets a free t-shirt. Of course, it's paid for from One Blood, but definitely, every 100th person that's subscribed to my YouTube channel gets a free T-shirt. So blast that when you get a time, you get a chance, blast it out, put it out there, man. Let it be known. People getting a free T-shirt. So that's who One Blood is. That's who One Blood is. One Blood is built off love and built off structure, and it brings people back to understanding we all God's children, one human race. So I'm grateful. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are still enjoying this movie. I won't take too much more of your time. Like tonight, I just really wanted to introduce who I was and introduce what One Blood was and what it stood for. People have a lot of questions. It's great. I love it. Questions, throw them out there. Put them on the chat part. And hey, what's up, Ken? Good to see you, brother. D, my baby. And it's good to good to have questions. I love it. I don't mind questions at all. Don't mind answering them. If I can't, I'll find it. That's just how we roll. That's what we do. So a lot of people did ask, why am I not doing Facebook anymore? It's not that I'm not doing Facebook anymore. It's just I'd rather do my live stuff on YouTube. And the reason being, I'm just gonna be straight up with you and real and let you understand this. Facebook has really knocked down a lot of my material. I did put a lot up there, and when I was trying to do the live talks, a lot of notifications, even though I was on, and people they would not get notified when they tried to chime in, they couldn't even chime in. So Facebook really did a number on One Blood, and I understand it when you're trying to deliver a message of unity, a message of love, something positive. There's always a negative force that is trying to work against you. And that's the beauty of having Christ on your side, because we always win. There's always different avenues, or one door closes and another one opens. And it may not be that platform that I need to be on. So that's great. I'm cool. It's gravy. We're going to keep pushing it. We're going to keep making it happen. We're going to keep doing positive work and moving towards the mark of success and beauty in each other. So let me break into what Eye Opener is. Eye Opener Tuesday shows will be every Tuesday at 9 o'clock for the next, I think we got 50, was it 48, maybe 48, 46 in February, maybe about 48 more weeks left in the year. So we'll do 48 more shows, 40, 45, somewhere in that range, more shows. And these are going to be headbangers, y'all. This is the elephant in the room. Talking about deep conversations that people do not have. Like I say, I'm on a panel, I'm on a board, a panel that will be speaking later on in March at the Corinth High School. If you're in the area, you're in the Zebulon area, North Carolina area, you're in Corinth, Clayton, that area, come to the Corinth Holders High School, March 5th, 6:30. I'll be on the panel. One Blood will be on the panel, amongst I think about 7 other community adults, and then I think 2 children or out in the 2 high schoolers will be up there, and we will discuss, pretty much ethnicity. We're trying to break the stronghold that our schools are going through. Our kids are catching some grief. We're getting race threats. It's a lot going on that the public does not know about, and a lot of stuff likes to get. I'm not saying the principal. I'm not saying anybody, the staff of the schools are trying to sweep it on the rug. But what I'm saying is media or live coverage really don't. They like to sweep that thing up under the rug. They don't like to put the real out there unless it's unless something really happens and it's really negative. Then it's on fire, it's ready to go. But when you're doing something positive, it tends to take a back seat. So that's why I'm promoting it harder now, promoting One Blood harder now, and pushing out that further because I'm getting out that further. I'm getting calls to do certain things. Like I said, I'll be in Durham later next week, and we'll be here in March at the school. So the calls are coming in, the blessings are coming, the speaking engagements are coming in. So, man, I'm excited. I'm full. God is really, really doing something in me right now, and I'm trying to move in that direction that He has me to go, so I don't mess up anymore. Y'all know I'm good at that. The ones that know me. But I open a Tuesday, the elephant in the room. That bad boy is going to hit some heads, and it's going to make some people angry. It shouldn't, but it's going to upset you on certain conversations. Everybody has an opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion. Everyone's opinion doesn't line up with mine, and it doesn't line up with each other's. That's the beauty of human nature. That's the beauty of love. That's the beauty of peace. That's the beauty of God. God. If God gives you free will to serve Him, then how in the world can we have an attitude with anybody else opinion? It's just your opinion. It does matter. Your opinion takes an effect. Your opinion has a lot of what you are and who you are, and it represents who you are. And there's nothing wrong with your opinion as long as you, as as long as I respect yours and you respect mine. We're fine. I just want to get down to the nitty gritty of it. Bring different people in, bring different attitudes in, bring different judgments in, bring different opinions in, and put them together and pounce on them. Really, really, just really, really, really pounce on them hard and get into them and figure out why we are so divided and why is it so one-sided and why do we not understand? Like I say, I put a post up today. It was on Welcome Black History Month that I do on One Blood Facebook page. I do that, and I post on different LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter, all those social media outlets. I posted on them, and one of the things was the question that was raised to me a couple of years ago was, what does oppress mean? Excuse me. What is oppression? What is oppress, and why do African Americans even feel the need to pretty much go through it? And why they have to use that word? And where does it come from? And I'm like, your initial thought is like, whoa, wait a minute. You got to retrain your thought process. But you have to be a quick thinker with some of these questions I get asked, and you have to be humble, and you have to sit back and take a deep breath at some of them, because the way they ask, it's not so much of the question, it's the way that it's asked, and you're like, man, are you all right? Are you serious? Do you know who you're talking to? It's just a mindset that you go through, all those questions that go through your head. So when I was asked that question, I posted something today that I didn't know. I actually just learned when I was reading up on some things today on Black history, that a psychologist actually, his what he wanted to, I can't even think of the word, prescribe the for a medication was a whooping, a beating. If a mental, in other words, they called a runaway slave a mental, called them mentally ill, and the prescription for that was to whoop them. Uh, Man, that touched my soul. I was like, wow. And it all boils back down to, it was the color of the skin. That's that's it. That's all it is. His legs look great. His hands were fine. Arms were great. Head, nothing wrong with it. I'm pretty sure the eyes and or a woman's hair was whatever and intact in place. Body parts were great. They worked properly because they farmed, so they had to work properly. Um, the only discrepancy was the color of the skin. And you have a nerve to ask where oppressed does it, why does it even matter? How do you get to that state of mind? It's not really the nerve. Because if you don't know, you don't know. And that's why I say I respect people's questions. I respect people's opinions. If you don't know, you don't know. That's what eye opener is. It is to open the eyes to figure out why. Why would I feel that way of seeing my ancestors beat because the color of their skin? Not because it wasn't because they ran away. I mean, children. I tried to run away from home when I was young. You know, I, when we grew up, I don't know what these kids are today. Talking about what is it? Child abuse, man. No, when we grew up back then, it was something. These kids ain't got nothing to do with child abuse. This is something totally different back then. But even back then, when you tried those foolish things, it was a comeback. Let me talk to you. Let's get this. Let's get down to the bottom of it. Let's hash it out. Let's chit chat about it. Come to an agreement, and we'll work it out. But in their case, it took a doctor. So when you put a doctor in it, it made it official for one, and then it made it much more. Uh, uh, what's the word? It made it much more not forgiving, but acceptable. When you add in professional to something that is already crazy and that accepted already, when you put a professional stamp on it, the acceptance go to another level. It's like being rich or poor, and the poor person tells you a crime happened to them. Most people won't listen. They're like, "Ah, you probably was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You should have been paying more attention. You should have been more alert." Versus a rich person comes up and says, "Oh God, this happened to me. Oh God, what happened? Let's press charges. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's file a police report. Let's what let's do something about it." That's what it does when you have somebody that has credentials rather, putting a stamp on something that ignorant, and it has transpired into today. A lot of people of color have different opinions and strong opinions because of what our ancestors been through. And it's not so much of what our ancestors been through as what now us here are still going through. That's the oppressed part, because it's like, man, people want us to forget, or I put it like this: whites want people of color to continuously forget, and some blacks want blacks to, or African Americans. If you want to use political correct, this is one blood show, so you do what you feel like you need to do. But or blacks want to other blacks to forget. I look at it like this: in a relationship with, and we've all done it. I've been married 19 years coming up here shortly. So we have all done this as on the man side and the woman side. Your wife or the man, your husband did something a year ago or 2 years ago. You never really fully talk about it. You never really get rid of the situation. You just kind of let it linger, let it die down. And then 2 or 3 years later, or 2 or 3 months later, 2 or 3 weeks later, whichever one it takes, something happened that resembles that same thing that happened. And you pop up, you on fire for something that happened in the past. Why would you bring that back up? You reminded that person of something they did. So now you got two situations. You have to talk about the one you did before, and then the one you have to do now. Well, that's just like the relationship with blacks and whites. The conversation was never ended. It was never talked about. It was never broken down. The rock was never busted. We never got to a common ground. Just cutting off slavery and saying slavery is over was not a common ground. There was never an accountant's. Hell, there was never a great apology that fit or was consistent. And now we have an abundance of things that remind us of it every day when we walk down the streets. But people want us to forget. So these are the type of conversations we're going to have, man, and I'm going to have people to come in and really open up the eye to what to understand. Really, that's all it is. It's really to understand each other, to gain knowledge from each other, and just like building a relationship with a marriage and a relationship with between two significant others, you got to talk about everything. That's one thing I have struggled with throughout the years. From time to time, not all the time, but from time to time, it does take a little bit of takes a little more effort to put into it, and you have to get used to that in order to break free from anything in life with a significant other or two um, subjects you have to talk about. And that's why I open Tuesday's show is going to be about. It's going to be the elephant in the room, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, man. We're going to get deep with it. We're gonna really take the corkscrew and we're gonna get to the wine. And once we're able to pour it and have a good time, we're gonna be all right. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how we're gonna roll with this thing. We're gonna keep it Christian. We're not gonna blast anybody. We're not gonna shut anybody out. We're not gonna shut anybody down. We're gonna keep it strong. We're gonna keep it positive. I'm gonna get some really, I'm gonna have one show where I would love to get out, and that's coming. And it's a hard one. I've been working on it. I can't tell you how much resistance that is, but it is hard to come in contact face to face and really genuinely sit down and talk with a KKK member. Doesn't phase me, doesn't bother me. I just want to do it, and it's not to start a feud or start a war. It's to start a communication. We got to get to that point, y'all. Where we the point that we never been, which was talked about, and the actual situation resolved. Just cutting off slavery, remember that didn't do it. That did not do it. Just saying I apologize for 400 years of slavery, that didn't do it. That that did nothing. That didn't even put an icing on the cake. That was just like, all right, well, we're done with that part. We're just going to do it in a different way now. So it's so much, guys. It's so much to talk about, and we got to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere, and we got to teach our kids now today how not to have that hatred in their heart. We got to love them enough now so they can have enough love to make it through their lifetime in this world, because we're going backwards, whether y'all can see it, whether you want to agree to it or not, it's up to you. The United States is going backwards rapidly. People of color the treatment is way out of whack. It's way out of whack, and we got to do something for our next generation that's coming through, or the United States will lose its soul. And I believe that with all my heart, we will lose our soul if we don't do something fast and quick. So join me, man. Join One Blood Movement Unity. I will do case studies. I got a lawyer that I got I got a homeboy who's a lawyer, one that's becoming a lawyer, and I'm gonna do some case studies to get some stuff moving, to find out some truth, some depth, so you don't think that I'm just throwing information out there left and right and just really blowing, just blowing smoke or anything like that. No, this is going to be facts. I'm trying to put together a camera crew so we can go out and actually interview people, have some good times, not nothing bad, not starting no fights, not starting no crazy foolishness. This is all real love. It's based off of love. This is one blood. One blood is nothing but love. We have our moments in life. We have our disagreements. That's fine. But let's get down to the bottom of it. Let's get down to the rhythm of it. Get down to the truth of it. And let's break that barrier that was never broken. Let's break that up and let's do something more powerful, more strengthened, more stronger. Join me. Go to my One Blood page, 01 the word blood.org. That is my One Blood page. Send me a message, give me a call. My number's on there. We can chit chat. We can put something together. I'm working with some other people on doing a presentation much later in the year, but things are coming. Workshops, things I'm doing. Like I said, I'm a part of a workshop this month, so I need to go ahead and get together and put my own. I have it written up, but I have not promoted it. I have not put it together completely yet. It's just written up. So bear with me, pray with me, and let's keep it. Let's motivate it, y'all. Let's motivate it. Stay motivated with it. Stay going full force with it, and stay in love with it. Stay in love with what you do. Do not deviate. Please do not deviate. Once you start this thing right here, don't stop it. One Blood is powerful. It's going somewhere. It's going to be strong. It's already has. We like I said, we've already fed over 700 people over the course of 5 years. That's a lot of people. I don't know how many people you fed in your life, but that's a lot of people. That people, companies that have donated funds to us, and uh, the community has donated funds to the cook-offs and everything that we do. So be with us. Stay in prayer with us, man. Join. Hit that subscribe button before you leave. Hit that like button. And tell all your people to subscribe. Get yourself on board One Blood. Next show, I don't know who I'm gonna have on guest. It might be just me, or I might have a guest on. We don't know yet, but we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it strong. We're gonna do it powerful, and we're gonna make it happen the realest way that we can. And we're gonna show as much love as we can, and not hurt anybody, not turn anybody down. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right, and we're gonna do it with love. So be safe, be peaceful out there. Go enjoy yourself until next Tuesday. Remember, One Blood loves you. One Blood is here for you. One Blood will support you. If you have questions, if you have anything to talk about, you want to hear about the conversation, you want to hear my opinion on it, about a topic, just send me a message. Shoot me a text, not a text, but what is it? The email. Shoot me an email. Go to my One Blood page, 01 thewordblood.org. Go there and always subscribe. I can't say subscribe. Subscribe. I gotta get that word right. Subscribe. I must be sleeping. Subscribe, y'all. Hit that button, baby. Y'all be careful, be safe. Much love to you. Y'all be safe out there, man. Peace.